It's your boy, Noel Cern, other known as Electro KT the Vigilante, and this is a view of the show and power, fame. My first guest is a good friend of mine. He has a story of his own. He's part of my story also, and since back been home and reintegrating into society, helping others. He's been a gentleman that have been a blessing to help in his journey, and he's been in many places that I've been able to speak in publicly for grants in the city, and just the awareness of mental health and drug addiction. And he's very part of f.a.m.e because he was like one of my first proteges that came into being with me and to knowing about my business and what I do. And this young man is very intelligent. He has very technology-wise savvy, great comedian, and he's just an all-around good guy. And I would like to be presenting him as one of my first guests here at f.a.m.e and Power, and just to let everybody know what kind of staff and what it is that I really do here at f.a.m.e and with the people that come here to f.a.m.e. So, with none other, no pause, Mr. Yusef Hamed.
Good seeing you, gentlemen.
Same here, brother. Good to have you, Yusef.
Good to be here.
You know, lately, you know, we're just coming back, and I've been since the COVID and everything. I've just had a lot on my mind. A lot of business ventures that I'm no longer taking part of, but you know, currently, you know, f.a.m.e is up and running, and I decided to make it this way to be able to introduce our staff and do our first show to the revamp in a fashion. You know, it's like a last minute thinking visions that come, and I thought it would be a good way to introduce our company and our motive and our goals to the people that are out here listening on Facebook, YouTube. Check out the channel, by the way, and all the tabs. You can subscribe. But this is one of the gentlemen that makes this happen for us here at f.a.m.e. His name is Yusef, and I would just like to let him tell a little bit about himself. Yusef, and can you tell the people out there a little bit about yourself?
I'm sure. Well, to put it bluntly, I've been on quite the journey, as my friend Noel explained before. I was born in Philadelphia, but I lived all over the Commonwealth. I went from Philadelphia to Harrisburg, to Pittsburgh, to Harrisburg, Lancaster, to York, to Reading. Any major city in PA, name it, I've been there. You know, and the beauty of it, that's my grandfather clock, by the way. My grandfather gave it to me.
History.
Look
at back there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to wait till it finishes.
Yes. Maybe we shouldn't have wound it up.
Maybe. Leave it to me to poke there. Anyway, any major city or even minor city in PA, name it, I've been there. And along my journey, both physically and metaphorically, I met Noel. And I met him just before I hit a dark spot. And he's been there for me for thick and thin to get me through some rough patches. He actually offered me some of my personal opinion, some of my more profound professional gigs and stuff. Like, it was an honor to help him make some of the advertisements I have. Like, if you look around, I actually helped make a lot of the designs here as the head of IT design here at f.a.m.e. And I'll be working closely with the gentlemen who come on board to help us help them, empower them on their own journeys.
So in other words, a lot since I've been back home. Those that don't know about me a little bit, you know, I've been back home now. We're in 2021. It's going on 6 years that I've been back home from upstate incarceration. And pretty much in my life, I used that time. I was incarcerated for 4 years, and I used it to better myself, my knowledge, my spirituality really grew. I grew up as a man. Really started reflecting on myself, and then, like the Matrix, you know, it says know thyself, and it elevated me into pursuing a career in forensic CPS, which I actually practiced in state prison for 2 years. So a lot of the violence, a lot of the things that people really don't want to know about that goes on in prison, I was one of the inmate staff that they would use to help people cope and recover through their traumas in prison. everything from gang stabbings to unfortunate rapes that go and occur in these places. And when I got back home, a good lady by the name of Diana Fulham, she helped me out to be my first job as a forensic CPS in the community of Lancaster City, the 717. And I really took it upon myself to speak for the people that were still incarcerated. Of course, my trajectory in music has always been there, even before. A lot of my drug addiction and my criminal behaviors would often land me in incarceration, and so I'm very well known with the system and what goes behind the walls. So with living experience is how I use in my jobs to help people recover from different traumas and different areas in their life, and that's how I met Yusef throughout the job with Recovery Insight. I was his CPS, and I had seen him grow, with his different talents to be able to use for his goals that he would be planning to achieve. So tell us a bit about that. Like, I know that when we first met, you were homeless at one time.
It's been quite the journey, hasn't it? I know. Honestly, I've been taking photographs since 1998, as long as I've been able to hold a camera, and I've been taking videos since 2000. About 2008, I actually started editing those said videos and photos, and some of my friends actually say I made TikTok videos way before TikTok was even a thing, even before Vine. Check it out. I take great pride in what I do, and most of the time I don't do it for money. I do it for the pure passion of the art, because you can't have art without putting in the heart, as I like to say. And those who really take care into their craft make the most priceless and precious designs ever have occurred on planet Earth. And those who are real recognize real, and that's why I feel Noel and I have gotten along so well. We have recognized each other. We've both been through some rough patches, and we've came through, maybe not always on top, but we came through shining like roses in the suit of armor of God and stuff, And that's what things we do, is we try to empower each other to get through the rut, to mush through the brush that life gives us and everything.
So here at f.a.m.e, one of my goals is to the same people that come around these rooms, giving them the opportunity also to to share their talents and their craft. It just happens that Yusef was a good gamer, creative with art design, and he has a passion for different areas of the field. So it's like it became another second home, and he would show so much dedication, and at times that it would give me the opportunity to really help him out and focus on his things, because it was something that I could relate. And I think we could relate to a lot of things, because in my childhood, running away at 14, it also caused me for decisions to be homeless. So even in when we would talk about the night being cold, we could relate to what really is being cold and being outside and not having a place to be at. So that kind of made the relationship special. In the same time, I have brought just like a lot of my crew that I have come. Shout out to JJ. He's a good friend of mine. He's here with he'll be in one of the interviews, but he's one of my security details. And he also is a person that has witnessed me since coming back home, being able to open shows for PD Black, Oskino, PD Craig. A lot of people just since I've been home, and being fortunate, Freeway Rick Ross, that we were able to have an event with.
Don't forget Chi-Chi
from the movie Scarface.
And Alex Fat.
Alex Fat, of course, Trap King, Latin Trap King. You got Bob Levy. Shout out Bob to Bob Levy Land, doing great things. Just people that have supported, seen the vision of f.a.m.e. family, always maintained each other. A lot of connections I have. I try to give it out to a lot of the community, And Yusef has been like a protege enough that he's witnessed enough and he believes in the dream. And it's what this company's about. You know, we're a private company, but we do so much with the community. It's almost like we're a nonprofit, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the money is just recycled for us to be able to make better products and make better things. You know, here on the premises, we got our marketing, you know, and we're trying to grow with a lot of the nonprofits. I want to shout out to Marisol Garcia, also, that has a great nonprofit, Hope, that we're networking, you know, and just people that are meeting along the way, that are really supporting the movement of f.a.m.e. But Yusef has been a prime example of what can be done and what it is to come, you know, and the whole idea is to be able to empower others to live out their dream, you know. The way I see it, you know, is to be happy in what you do and finding your passion, not necessarily me being an artist, though I say that everybody has to be a rap artist or something like that, but what I do try to do is find those creativity, those talents that people do have, and help them to discover themselves and better themselves. Now that you have a team of people that help you out, you have caseworkers, management, right?
Oh yeah.
You have, of course, here at f.a.m.e. that we do the peer support to the people that
We have a class for that, a
yes,
workshop
in recovery
actually.
for drug addiction, of course. Great companies that I also work for besides here at f.a.m.e. that support the recovery of drug addiction, and you're going to be seeing a lot more of that coming soon, hopefully. You know, we'll be networking with a big company that's doing a lot of good things here. I want to shout out to Chris. Hopefully we'll be meeting this week to make a lot of good things happen in the community, man, that a lot of people, you know, betted against me in a lot of different areas before COVID. And, you know, here we are, you know, empowering each other. You know, it's not, I mean, how far you get to maintain, and also it's when you do fall, how you get up. And that's what I want to teach each and every one of my artists that come around, people that work with me, is how to use those tools at the moments of good and bad. You know what I mean? Because on good days we do good, but on bad days, you know, that's when we need to show the lean on.
It's not always how you get up, but why you get up and why you keep pushing. Because it's not always like getting up, it's to find reasons to get up and find reasons to keep moving. And if those reasons aren't from the heart, you're bound to fall again. It's with the community we have here to empower you to find better reasons to keep pushing. You keep going, because if you're getting up just out of spite, you're going to expect to be knocked down again. You want to do it to empower yourself and whatever it is you're going for. If you're trying to be a rapper, you want to have a story to stand on. You want to have a platform to stand on. We're your platform. If you want to be a great artist, we're your canvas. We're going to give you the paint. You paint that picture. Whatever it is you see here, we will empower you to make your entertainment possible.
And that just brings me to a memory that came up, Yusef. I don't know if you remember one time we were in the city.
Yeah.
And there was, I believe it was for grants that the community was giving out.
Yeah.
And that was in front of the commissioner of Lancaster City, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And can you share a little bit of what happened there and maybe some words that you share?
Of course. In that moment, I believe it was in June 2018, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And by the other way, that's another gift for Yusef. His memory skills is very
top notch.
well, many times.
Yeah, I got blows to the head too, so it's kind of a blessing this still works. Anyway, that day I was asked by Noel and some of my other peers to help give a reason for the commissioners to keep funding for the drug, homeless, and mental health communities and programs in this county, because they were trying to withdraw or cut support, financial support for those programs. And one of the things I said is you gotta keep in mind, there's always people who are struggling. You can't expect anyone to magically be cured. It's a lifelong struggle, hence the name, it's a journey. The journey doesn't stop until you reach the end, but that doesn't mean you have to go there all alone. You have to fight it alone. We have a community, and with this community comes a special word, I like to say unity. And when we stand together, we can overcome anything, but when we stand alone, we will be succumbed to everything. And the thing is, Without that financial support the county pours into those programs, they will not be able to sustain everything or maintain everything. So if they were to take that, and homelessness can happen to anyone, addiction can happen to anyone, mental health can happen to anyone. It's non-biased, it's not exclusive at all, and it could happen to anyone. And I asked commissioners, think of your son, if they were born with some sort of illness, or a daughter that succumbed to an addiction, and both of them became homeless.
Definitely does not discriminate, yeah.
Exactly, and if in that situation, with the funding pulled, where would they go? What would they do? And I had them think about what could happen, and it's not usually the most pretty sight, but sometimes life throws struggle in our face to test us, to see how we would come out on top or come out in the bottom pushing daisies. And the goal here with our program and our company is not only to empower and develop artists, but to find positive outlets for them, so they don't struggle the same way Noel and I have struggled in the past.
Yeah, and teaching everyone just the basics on the business of music and you know, poetry, spoken words. It all comes together, ties us up in unity. One way to bring that energy out. You know, and there's no better way than to see it in living proof. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to bring it to you so that you see what's really here and what's in the pudding. You know. We try to work.
Bob Cosby. Bill Cosby.
You know, and we really mental health, in my experience, has always gone with drug addiction. You know, it's always been a do or diagnose thing. I know I personally, until I was aware of my mental health, it was in a position for me to be able to seek in different ways of recovery in life and just being a better person. And that's what, you know, I try to share with others. And I've been blessed. So I want to thank everybody that's been making this possible for us. Look up for more episodes coming up. You can hit on our link, subscribe. You probably see it in the bottom of our page. We have a lot of good music coming for you. I want to inspire and shout out to a lot of new artists that I'm going to be signing with development deals to be able to help get them to positions that they would inspire to. And maybe this could be an asset to you and your company, that you could bring hope and awareness to this much deadly disease, because it's not getting any better, it's going to get worse. It's all about how we treat each other and how we bring this to the air to be able to do something different with it and deal with it a different way. I want to give shout outs to TJ Griffin, that's doing a lot of things with the youth in the community, with his program that's you know, coming on for the juvenile institutions, you know, Creative Hope Studios, you know, and his producer and everybody that's just involved with those types of projects, because hip hop saved my life, you know, and it's always been since I could far remember. And in my mental health, I just been blessed with to having a vision and learning how to apply different disciplines in my life to realize, and that's what I try to share with others. I see it inspire. All I could do is shed the seed, and they water it themselves, and we all watch it grow. And hopefully you'll be watching a lot more things. You're gonna be watching my security detail, JJ. You're gonna be watching my A&R, Smoke 22. You're gonna come through with a lot of my artists, a lot of people that's making this possible for us here at f.a.m.e. Family always maintains each other. So check it out, subscribe, check out the videos, and whatever you do, holler back. Check out the merchandise. f.a.m.e.